Hello, it's me, Zaya the Squirrel. Or Zaya the Forget Squirrel Moggington, as you prefer. I'm stuffed full of burrito. And it was tasty. Let's see. I am just making my social media posts. Burrito mogs are just... I am a warm space burrito. Shoot me into the sun. I will not return. Hello. Right, yes, I am making social media posts now. I have no idea what to write here. Broken Sword 3 time, on we go. Okay, that'll work. Not every post, not every announcement post has to be a winner. Sometimes it's enough just to mention that, you know, I'm moving on now. Stream announcement, there we go. Alright. So, hello, it is Broken Sword Sleeping Dragon time. We are going to push some things. We are going to make fun of George, probably, because God knows the man has never once done anything successfully. Well, that's a lie. He's done many things successfully. It's just that he's such a goon while he's doing it. It's great, honestly. I think too many protagonists might be, like, there's room for cool protagonists. I'll give the game that. But I like that the game doesn't once even pretend that George is cool. He's just not cool at all, and the world has to deal with that. And I think it works out really well. Apologies if you're in and out your sleep. I kind of thought so. I have no idea of your sleep schedule, but I thought it was... No, actually, I have no idea what I thought it was. Okay, hello. But like I was saying, I really like that the game never pretends, even for a moment, that George is, like, a cool guy who knows what he's doing. Now, sometimes he thinks he's being cool, but that's not the same thing. Shows the right version of George on the cover. Oh god, the, like, really chubby-faced George. Yeah, what is that? I know I looked up, the game on Movie Games, and there was a better cover. What was it? Yeah. There was a better cover. And naturally it's from the Adventure Company. Huh. Alternate names for this game include Baphomet's Fluck, Der Schlafende Drake, which I assume is the Sleeping Dragon, Broken Sword El Sueño del Dragón, Broken Sword Il Sonno nel Drago, Broken Sword Nenereru Ryu no Densetsu, which I think means Story of the Sleeping Dragon, and Les Chevaliers de Bahamut, Le Manuscript de Voynich. So exactly one decides to mention, like, the Voynich manuscript at all. Bahamut's Fluff is the best name you've ever heard. Baphomet's Fluck. Flutch. Flutch. F-L-U-C-H. I don't know, where on the body is the flutch located? Because it sounds like something you pull to flushed. Anyway, I want to go over here real quick. Bring you folks down. I want to show this alternate cover again real quick because I still love it. Just this alternate cover that where it's like a plane is about to crash on George and Nico, and they're both dressed identically, which I think is really funny. I think George and Nico should dress the same in-game. Mentioning that Bahamut's the keeper of time. Bahamut isn't involved in this. It's Baphomet, as it says up here. Nenereru. I don't know what Nenereru means. It's fun to say. Nenereru. I'm probably not saying it right. Video games. How about video games? Does anybody like I like video games. Let's video games. And I gotta game capture this because it's still set to skies. Oh no. Can I just bump it out? Kinda? Yeah, that works. Enough. That's good enough. Has volume. Volume's at normal. Yeah, this'll work. Anyway, where were we? We were in a castle in Prague. THQ, the T is for video games. The H is also for video games. The Q is for toy. Alright, when last we left our heroes, we were in a castle in Prague, and Nico is just kind of alone on a roof. Can we climb down the side? No. Where are we going with this? I'm actually not sure where we're headed now. Are we going up? No? Alright. We're not going up the drain pipe, because that's where George went. Aha! This is the one part we can... Oh, this is going backwards. Alright, well, let's go backwards. I don't know yet.
I didn't want to do that.
How's the volume?
That wasn't the right thing to do.
It seems a little low to me, but... Oh well.
The small window was slightly open. Through the glass, I could just make out a small storeroom.
Okay, can you
There was
open
a
it?
small gap in the window, but it wouldn't open.
Okay. Comes back and immediately says, nah, never mind. Yeah. Okay, can you pry it open with this?
It was awkward, but I managed to get the bracket into the gap and force the window open.
Alright, looks like we're going in a window.
Here goes.
I could stand spending a week on the roof of a castle, as long as I had, like, something to sleep in. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'd be cold and I'd have, like, windburn when it was done, but... If you gave me a lot of money, I would do it. Alright, here we are inside a castle.
It was a large barrel, probably for storing ale or wine. They certainly got through a lot of drink here.
What is it?
The faucet was too stiff to move. I couldn't budge it.
Oh, well. Yes, the gargoyles are... Well, the gargoyles are okay. I mean, they were drawn by Disney, so obviously. I like Hudson, but I would.
A dented and rusted suit of armor.
Ooh, put it on.
There was no way I could walk around in that.
Okay. She's starting to anticipate my bullshit. Thanks, Nico. It only took you 3 games. But I guess we haven't spent a lot of time together. It's mostly been me and George. Or us and George.
The armor was old and rusty. I didn't want to touch it in case it made a noise.
It's mostly been us and George. It hasn't really been us and Nico. And, I'm glad to finally get some time with her. Hanging out. Anything behind the door?
All was quiet.
Alright, let's go. Stealth! Oh, I'm not even doing that. It's...
So, this Petra, they say she's a bit of a one.
Oh, yes. Takes pleasure in killing. Regards it as an art form.
Nasty.
One poor guy she tortured, took him a week to die.
How'd she do that then?
They called it the doner kebab.
Oh, you don't mean...
That's right. Everything just the same. Apart from the salad, of course.
And the pita bread?
Obviously.
What's she look like then?
Short blonde hair. That's all I know. I never got closer.
Don't blame you. She might get ideas.
Too right.
Chicken nuggets, for example.
Hot dog and beans.
Ouch!
If they saw me, I was done for. I had to find a way to walk around without attracting attention. But for now, I had to play the quiet mouse.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on, like, a doner kebab without, like, any kind of salad or pita bread. So just, like, slices of meat on a plate? I guess? Shaved, obviously, but... She tortured... Yes, I got that part. Okay, well, let's... How far can we stealth out here? Nico being controlled by you is like having George's voice in her telling her to do things he would do. It's true. It's very true.
A chef was cutting vegetables at a chopping board.
Here's a salad.
He was struggling and didn't look too happy.
Oh. What's up, my man? What's... There's just like one box on a shelf. Hey.
The chef was giving those vegetables hell.
What's up?
Hi there. Do you have a moment?
A moment? Well now, let me think. I've 50 dinners to cook for 50 fat guzzling guards, with pudding I might add, plus one vegan speciality de la maison for Madame Petra, plus one macrobiotic for senior sensitive skin Susaro. I've got no assistants, I've got a kitchen out of the Stone Age, and she asks, do I have a moment? No, woman, I do not have a flaming moment! Just get out of my kitchen!
The answer's no, then.
Yes, the answer's no! Who the hell are you anyway?
Susan.
Susan? What kind of a pathetic girly name is that?
It's a name for a girl.
Well, change it. I don't like it.
Chef Gordon Ramsay, everybody! I love the physics on his chef hat, by the way. Look at that thing bubble. That chef hat has the most physics of anything we've seen in this game. Change your name, I don't like it. Okay. I'm Christine now.
It was a large glass-fronted freezer. Inside I could see frozen hams and chickens all stacked up on the shelves. There was enough to feed an army. Cesaro's army.
James and Frank Herbert. He likes women who write the book Dune.
The warning signs all over the bottle left me in no doubt as to what it was. It was a large bottle of industrial bleach.
Hey, bleach.
Hey, you! What the hell do you think you're doing?
I needed to clean the toilets.
Not with my bleach, you don't. Go and get your own bottle. I'm sick of people nicking my stuff.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, man is high-strung, and we can't have...
The vegetables had been badly sliced. What was this guy using? A hammer and chisel? Presentation was obviously not his strong point.
Nico just getting in there with the opinions.
Hey, get your thieving hands off my carrots!
Sorry, they just looked so tasty.
The last person who tried that lost a finger. If you want to keep painting your nails, I suggest you keep your mitts off.
Was that person you by any chance? From the way you handle that cleaver.
Hello. Sorry to disturb you.
What is it now? Can you not
Can I
see
ask
I'm
him
busy?
about the bleach?
Do you think I'm doing this for entertainment?
Yes, you're doing it for my entertainment.
Could I take your bleach?
Oh, now this is getting beyond a joke. There's a million varieties of crap I can put up with, but I'll not have people stealing from my kitchen.
I only wanted to borrow it.
Only? Only? It's a slippery slope, do you not see? There'll be another time, and then a time after that, until one day I shall have no bleach whatsoever.
Then
It's
I'd have
bad
to
enough
watch
they give me a
Naruto.
kitchen your Stone Age man would turn his nose up at. But when wee strips of girls drop in wanting to take my bleach without so much as a by your leave, I tell you, I contemplate murder.
Oops. Sorry I asked.
Okay. Thank you, Scrooge McDuck.
No offense, but those vegetables aren't very well chopped.
Says the vegetable chopping expert, no doubt. Well, as it happens, you're right. I admit it. They are crap. In fact, they are worse than crap. They are crap to the nth degree of crap. And do you know why?
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
These vegetables are crap because my knives are blunt.
Oh, so why don't you sharpen them then?
Oh, stupid chef. Why didn't I think of that? Sharpen the knives. Brilliant! You're a genius, woman. Oh, wait. Silly me. I forgot. I haven't got anything to sharpen them with.
Okay, so we find something for him to sharpen stuff with, and maybe he'll be so generous as to provide us some bleach, which we will need at some point for something. Who knows what. And also, by the way, remember that we're undercover in this castle and we're not supposed to be seen by anybody. So obviously the thing to do is to strike bargains with the most violent person we can locate. I love adventure. I love adventure games. I love them so much. Let's get back to exploring the fucking Spencer mansion here. Do I really want to stalk up behind this guy? Let's step back here and save first. Do I really want to stalk up behind this guy? We're probably gonna die. It's fine. It's fine if we die. We'll just restart.
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
Okay. She sneaks right on back there. There has to be somewhere we can go that isn't the kitchen. Let's try these doors.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
Locked. They're always locked. All the doors are locked. What's over here? Alright. Oh boy, that painting in the background is having some emulator issues. That is Z fighting harder than the entire cast of Trek and... Oh, there we go. It snapped back into focus. Can we look at it? No. It is just a non-interactive background object.
Did you hear something? Not sure. Was it from upstairs?
Sounded like it.
You take the side stairs and I'll go up here. If there's anyone there, we'll have them trapped.
I had to hide or get caught.
Is getting caught an option? No? Okay. Quickly, hide behind the faceless men. No. She's gonna take
Did
cover
you see
behind
anything
this
up the
house
side
plant.
stairs?
Yet nothing.
Stay alert anyway. This place gives me the creeps.
Just a box. Ba-dum, dum, 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 ba-dum, dum, dum. Man, this is a nicely atmospheric location right here. We got, like, the blue lighting, the red curtains, the yellow lighting coming up from downstairs. We're all in shadow. The downstairs is brightly lit. It's a land of contrasts. I enjoy that. Okay, can we door?
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
God damn it. If we sneak back around this way, I don't know if we're gonna... Yeah, is this where we came in? I can't tell.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
Well, if we go down here, and, it's still... No, this isn't where we came in. This has hallways, and doors.
Just
and doors
another
in the
locked door.
hallways. And they're all fucking locked. Every door is... This is Silent Hill.
The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Need a keycard.
I couldn't open the door.
I'm waiting for one of these doors to kill me because I didn't listen at it first. Oh! Alright.
A large, highly polished dresser. Someone had interesting taste in furniture. The dresser was locked.
Locked!
Even for an antique, the lock was sturdy.
Everything is fucking locked here. Is this locked?
It was a large luggage case.
If this isn't locked, I'll be
Petra's name
surprised.
was on the label.
Petra's...
She
Ooh,
certainly didn't travel light.
we found Petra's room. I'll be damned.
The case was filled with clothes. Lying on the top was a small hairdryer.
Okay. Yoink.
I picked up the hairdryer.
Using telekinesis. So now we have a hairdryer. I don't think a hairdryer is going to sharpen that man's knives. But what do I know? What's in here?
The case was empty, apart from a wig. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, I see. This is...
I picked up the wig. At the very least, it would stop her from using it again to impersonate me.
Okay. I see why we need the bleach now. We're gonna bleach this wig, and we're gonna impersonate Petra. The shoe is on the other hand, bitch.
It was an ornate hand basin. The fixtures and fittings were very old.
Wash your hands.
The hand basin had hot and cold running water. Cold running water anyway.
Alright, well... Is that all that's in here? Two different cases. Disguise yourself as Nico. No one will suspect. Of course!
Petra's brown wig. She was certainly into disguises.
No, really. Is there anything else here? Because I feel like there's gotta be. Can we maybe get into the, Can we get into the, cupboard with some inventory item that we've got? I don't think we can.
No way was I doing that.
No. Alright. Okay, so now we need something that can sharpen the chef's knives. Or a sharp knife. And we need something we can use the hairdryer on. Now, the guards downstairs have mentioned repeatedly that this place is creepy. And they're freaking out. Maybe we can stick the hairdryer up to like an air vent. And it'll go like, woo, and they'll be like, oh, go, 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 go. Then they'll go running out the front door. Or something. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we can try. But we have limited locations in which we can try them. None of these doors work, for example. Looked up Rolf Saxon's previous work, and apparently he was the narrator in He was! He was the narrator in Teletubbies. Can you imagine George Stobart earnestly talking to you about the Tubby Custard Machine?
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
You sure can. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's how it should be in this world. Alright, I'm just circling the upstairs one more time in case we missed anything. And then I will try to head, I guess, back downstairs. And we will poke around there.
The door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Yeah, elsewhere, I did kind of a deep dive, like looking through the acting history of the various actors and actresses. Like, Nico has had a lot of voice actresses. Nico gets a new voice actress every game. And most of them have never really done anything except Broken Sword. Like, they do the one game and then they go back to theater or the like, or wherever they came from, and it's a little surprising to me, the high turnover rate. Believe me, if I got the chance to be Nico Collard and just say ridiculous things at people all night long, I would. But voice acting is a difficult job. I can understand giving it up. Or whatever happened. Whatever happens, happens. And whatever continues to happen, continues to happen. And that's the door back to the kitchen. This door doesn't work. This door goes upstairs. How do we get in here? I don't know, Nico snuck through something and then took a left or a right. And then the camera
Like this, the
did like
guards would recognize me
360s
as
for
an
a while,
intruder
and I
straight
lost
away.
track of where we came in. Anyway, we can't get to either of the side doors. But yeah, this one definitely doesn't
The
work.
door was shut fast and wouldn't open.
Alright, I think we came in here, actually. I miss anything down here? There's a suit of armor. I don't think I can, like, sharpen a knife on the suit of armor.
I turned the faucet, but nothing happened. The barrel was empty.
Empty barrel.
It was just an old barrel. I wasn't going to drink anything out of there.
Well, yeah, it's empty. You just told me that.
It was the bracket from the drain pipe.
I can't really combine anything here. Nothing back here.
The armor was old and rusty. I didn't want to touch it in case it made a noise.
I'm gonna guess that this is not where we use the, hairdryer.
I had no reason to do that.
No. And, now we're back in the kitchen. Okay. Did I miss a door out of here? No, I don't seem to have missed any doors. Like, there's those big ones, but they're not an option. It's always good to be back in point-and-click adventure land, like, where absolutely nothing makes any sense and there are no clues to point you where you're going. I'm always a little baffled when, the answer is probably that I missed a hotspot somewhere. Somewhere. Where? Who could ever know? But we'll canvas this entire area until the canvas is canvassed. And once we've canvassed, things will happen. That's the window.
I couldn't hear anything moving on the other side of the door.
And this one is locked. Yeah.
Just another locked door.
This is the long and winding passage that leads to Petra's room. which... None of these other doors open. We tried. I'll try them again if I have to. In Petra's room, there's just this locked dresser. There's a sink. What if I put the hairdryer in the sink?
Not right now.
Okay, maybe later. There's this divider, and behind it... Love the idea of narrating everything she does like she's in a point-and-click adventure game. I do that, honestly. In my head, I do that. And it's because I spent so long playing these games as a kid. As a kid, they actually... Like... They made me see somebody to see if I had kleptomania because I kept picking stuff up. And no, the answer was just that I wanted a big inventory. So that was fun. I still get the urge to pick stuff up and just take it with me, but I don't. Oh, there's nothing here.
I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
And I mean, there was a time when I might have been embarrassed about admitting that, but I'm not anymore. Everybody's got psychiatrics nowadays. Some kind of psychiatric is always happening.
I couldn't open the door. I couldn't open the door. It was locked.
Yeah, these are all locked. Can't do anything with them.
Just another locked door.
This one's locked. If I try to go
couldn't
down
open
the
the door.
stairs, the
It
guards
was
will
locked.
potentially see me. Haven't found anywhere to plug in the hairdryer. This goes back downstairs. I may have to glance at a guide, just to see if I'm anywhere near anything that I'm missing. None of these candles or anything. Can I use the wig on myself? I don't think so. Yeah, no, she wants to combine it with stuff. And it doesn't work that way right now. Can I use the hairdryer on the wig and make a little floating, creepy ghost? Or can I use the lipstick on the wig? No. No, nothing is a viable wig target. Wig target, that's a phrase. And we're back in the kitchen again. I can get behind the guards. Don't think I can do anything to or with them. She won't approach particularly closely. And I don't really blame her.
Dressed like this, the guards would recognize me as an intruder straight away.
I am the intruder. There's nothing here. Yep, we're going straight to a guide. I am completely bamboozled. Broken Sword 3 guide. George and Nico Prague. Okay, that's the previous bit. Nico, blah blah blah. Nico hides behind a plant. Break into Petra's, break into Petra's room. Get the wig, get the, Okay. I missed something. I did miss something. We're going back up to Petra's room. Can you folks guess what I missed while I'm en route? I did miss something in Petra's room. Petra's knife collection, that's a good guess. Instructions on how to dye hair, also a good guess. But, as it happens, what I missed is looking at this box again.
That's interesting. The case looked a lot smaller on the inside. The base sounded hollow. I guess there was a hidden compartment inside. All I had to do was find a way of opening it.
I did not use interact on everything in the entire game, and that was my fault.
I felt around the interior, trying to access the hidden compartment. Aha! Tucked into one corner was a tiny button. Damn! My fingers were too large to press the button.
Oh, that's okay. We got a pencil.
Oh my god! I doubted she used the knives to open letters.
Holy shit, Celine, you were correct! It's Petra's knife collection!
A sharpening stone. A must for every assassin.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I picked up the sharpening stone.
Sharpening stone, okay. Alright. I know exactly what to do with this. We are back on track. A hidden compartment in the chest you can only get if you interact twice as you pull. You might enjoy this guy, oh, he's Steve something. Was glancing at him on YouTube. And his thing is that he builds, like, contraptions and whatnot where he can camp out in the open without anyone seeing him. Like, a truck that looks like it's hauling a bunch of pallets. Except if you open the pallets up and push a button, a door unfolds and there's like a bed inside. He's like some kind of hide-and-seek lord. And I saw a comment on one of his videos that was like, if you are in Canada, you never have any idea if Steve, what's his name, is camping in a bush close to you. The chances are never zero. And I was really amused by that. Yeah, thank you, Silver Star, for that. Thank you very much. Alright, let's get ready to steal.
Excuse me, but could you make use of this?
A grindstone! Finally, somebody in this godforsaken kitchen is using a bit of initiative. Don't suppose you fancy a job as kitchen assistant? The money's crap, the hours stink, conditions are worse, but it'll make a man out of you.
No thanks.
Kuh. Young people today don't know which side their bread's buttered.
Just one more question. How did you end up here?
Give 70 people food poisoning just once, and you pay for it for the rest of your life.
I must remember not to eat anything while I'm here.
Let's get down to business to prepare
Now
the
that the chef wasn't
meals.
watching, I could reach the bleach.
It uncut, yes. Alright, we got bleach. Back upstairs. I was kind of wiggling the controller, and it made Nico's head do weird things. I approve of that. Alright, back down this hallway. Back down this extraordinarily Resident Evil-ass hallway. We are gonna dye this wig. You missed it, Flair. We were banned from Bleach, so we had to watch Naruto.
I wasn't prepared to pour the bleach down the hand basin after all I'd done to get hold of it.
Oh. Alright, wig. Splorch. Bleach.
I hoped it would bleach the wig blonde. The bleach was strong. The wig's color disappeared almost instantly. The wig was soaking wet. I didn't want to carry that around with me. Besides, the bleach would have dripped onto my clothes. Somehow I didn't think Petra was into tie-dye.
Okay, well, how do I... Oh, we dry it off with a
The
hairdryer.
hairdryer was perfect. I fancied one of them for myself.
Just keep this one, Nico. Who cares? Isn't how hair bleaching works, it's how wig bleaching works. In Broken Sword 3. Dragon of the Sleeps.
Voila! Perfectly dry now. Showtime.
Somehow it really does look like Nico wearing a wig. Like her hair is too high up. Any name, now we're Petra von Petrovich. And we are... Boy howdy, we love killing people. I love murder and murder accessories.
Hey, who's there?
Uh-oh.
Used bleach to repair work pants. Not only was a bad mistake, the underlying fabric was weirdly patterned with a weird grid or something. That sounds actually kind of cool. When I was younger, we had a cousin staying with us, and he was, you know, heavily into metal. Some bleach got on, like, his Def Leppard t-shirt, or whatever, Def Leppard, Iron Maiden, it was some band, and he, like, threw an absolute fit and shut himself in his room, and then he came out and he was like, hey, no, wait, this actually looks super cool! Can I borrow, like, that and an eyedropper? And he, like, modified his t-shirt with, like, bleachy streaks, and... It definitely looked like he had been doing something with that shirt. He loved it, but I don't know if anybody ever told him that it looked bad. Alright, what are we doing? We going up here?
I couldn't hear anything.
Are we back to George?
Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Okay. I guess we're not going up here. Maybe we're going up there. Let's... When in doubt, push a box. Okay, up. Up. Oh, we are Prince of Persiaing. Yeah, I don't think I could actually pull myself up from a wall hang like that. In fact, I know I couldn't. I got, like, my arms have the muscular tension of, like, bubble gum. So I'm actually impressed with George for there's nothing here.
That door wasn't going to open.
Alright, can we go over here? Anyway, I'm impressed with George for being able to do that.
It was a beautifully carved gargoyle. It stared at me with its beady little eyes. There's only so much you can do with a gargoyle, so I decided to leave it alone.
There's only so much you can do with a gargoyle. High step it, George. High step it. What about over here? Also a gargoyle.
The gargoyle was damaged by years of rain and wind. It looked as if it would fall off with just a gentle push. I'm all for conservation, but needs must if the devil drives.
Okay.
I want to be bad! I just sure some space ponies! I'm making gravy without the lumps!
Would the Midnight Bomber, what bombs at midnight, want us to destroy this gargoyle? The answer is yes. And who are we to disagree? Oh, look at the dramatic pullback. Look at the dramatic pullback on this
Commander,
shot.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And then we have a dramatic pull in, and we have a dramatic push out, and we have a dramatic pull in, and we have a dramatic push out, and it stops being dramatic right about now. Shake it all about? Yeah. We are not exactly having camera sex, I'm sorry.
There's only so much you can do with a gargoyle, so I decided to leave it alone.
Okay. Do any of these windows work? Or can we jump down from... Oh, God. Okay. Alright, George, now what? Okay. Now we shimmy. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. George, honey, couldn't you just break a window or something? Is this really necessary? George, what gym do you go to? Do you spend a lot of time on the rock climbing wall? Oh, we're not getting back up there, but hey, someone left a window open. What's this? It's more crates. Oh, there's a thing over there. And I think we have to... Okay. Can't do that. But we can probably shove this down. No. We can imprison ourselves for 10,000 years. Alright, let's get this out. No, I think we have to put it up here. I think we have to put it up here and then pull that other block out. Maybe push it all the way into the corner to really get it out of the way. There we go. And then we can drag this backwards and go over it. We can fit in the hole. Now we're back outside! Way to go, George! I don't know where you're going. Where are you fucking going?
The door looked sturdy.
Okay, anything in there?
No sounds came from behind the door. Either the door was stuck, or it was just locked.
Okay. What's this?
It was an old drain pipe, rusted and bent. An
Climb it.
offshoot pipe had been blocked by an old tin cup.
Tin cup.
The old drain pipe ran up the wall, but looked like it was broken. Just as well, the pipe was wet and slimy.
Oh. Tin cup, huh? Yeah. Oh, an actual tin cup.
The tin cup smelled of moldy leaves.
It's called tea, George. They drink it in England. Alright. What is this?
There was an old iron grate set into the floor. Below
Great!
it was a pit with a window that led into the castle. There was a chance that I could have got through there if I lifted the grate. The grate only opened a little way. The hinges were badly rusted. There had to be a way to free those hinges.
Free the hinges. Okay, I'm guessing we need oil? Oh no, we need to use Nico out of our inventory.
Now that wasn't quite right.
So WD-40. That would help too. Let's see if we can find a tin cup full of WD-40 tea. Stairs that go up. Oh, this is where we came in. Okay. WD-40... Oil is for squeaky hinges. WD-40 is for rusted rather than penetrating oil. Yeah, but I'm operating on, like, cartoon physics. For all I know, we're gonna have to rub, like, a steak on it, and the steak will be greasy. And that'll open the wall. I don't know. There's nothing here. There's definitely nothing here, though. None of these trees are secretly oily. George is made out of many sticks. That's true. That's why this is such a high-stakes game. Alright, we could run all the way back up, but I don't think that's a good idea. Can we... Is there anything down here? Anything at all? No. Alright, I guess we go back up. and see if there's anything that I missed up here. Wouldn't put it past me. There's certainly is a lot of stuff. Like, what is that lighthouse looking place? I don't know. Maybe one of the lamps. Ooh, wait. What was that? Alright, this is the storeroom. Maybe there's something in the storeroom. There's definitely nothing over here. Let's try the storeroom again. Anything in these boxes? No. What about... Yep, it's a lamp.
It was an old, ornate oil lamp.
It's an
It
oil
looked
lamp.
like it hadn't been used for years.
We put the oil in the boxer shorts.
There was nothing I could do with the cup. The lamp had an old knob that I guessed was for turning it on. Oh, yuck! At least the knob worked. I collected a small amount of oil in the old cup.
There we go.
The oil dripping onto the floor was a fire hazard.
George? Really? Okay. George, safety-conscious Stobard. That's the first thing I've seen him do that isn't, like, completely selfish. Is turn around and turn off that oil leak. Anyway, lamp oil.
I hoped the oil would free the hinges. I could almost hear the hinges sighing with relief.
They go, ah!
Here goes. A book title sprang to mind. 1,001 Uses for Lamp Oil.
Would you like to shake my hand? No, that also starts fires.
Madame Petra, we didn't hear you arrive.
Obviously.
And did you have a pleasant journey?
No. Now get back to your jobs. Both of you.
Our apologies, ma'am.
Security is too lax around here.
Yes, ma'am. Your belongings have been taken up to your apartment.
Good.
Miserable bitch.
All right, we are now playing as Nico, who is playing as Petra.
The guard was sitting at the desk reading. It looked like a children's book.
You, what are you reading?
Any news?
It's been pretty quiet.
What about an attack from inside?
Everything is battened down tight.
Good. Now, would you care to explain why you are reading on duty?
Just trying to improve myself, ma'am.
Do it again, and the next book you buy will be in Braille.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Honestly, that doesn't look like a children's book. That looks like a lined folder, the kind you use in school.
Where was the prisoner taken?
To Senor Suzara's office in the lower levels.
Is he on his own?
2 guards went with him, ma'am. He cannot escape.
For your sake, he'd better not.
Alright, Senor Suzaro's office. What is this?
The door looked pretty secure. It wouldn't have looked out of place in Fort Knox.
Why don't you
The
Fort
security
Knox
door
on the
had
door?
no handle or visible way of opening it, but there was a card reader on the wall.
A card reader. Okay, we need to get a card. It's not really that much here that we can fuck with. Anything out the front door? Because we pretty much explored the entire place behind the back of the guards. I didn't find any cards. I worry about these dogs. Dude, stop playing with your gun. Alright, let's see if they shoot.
Hello. I wonder if you can help me.
Are you Madame Petra?
That's right.
How can I help you, ma'am?
That's a very fierce-looking dog.
Trained to kill as soon as he's released, ma'am.
Good. Just don't release him near me. Understand?
No, ma'am. You hear that, rascal? You're not to hurt the nice lady.
Rascal?
Rascal?
I thought about stroking the dog's head, but remembered how fond I was of my fingers.
Can I put lipstick on this dog? No? Okay. Can I cannot pet the dog, but... What about this dog? I guess we're going on a dog tour!
You! I need some help.
You're Madame Petra, isn't that right?
No, I'm Madonna.
Whoa!
Idiot. Of course I'm Madame Petra. What a disgusting dog.
Thank you, ma'am.
What's his name?
Raptor.
How appropriate. More appropriate than a rascal.
Raptor. Okay. We pet Raptor?
I normally enjoyed petting dogs, but I drew the line at wolves.
No, it's okay. Pet wolves too. I am completely baffled by this. Why am I walking around touching the guard dogs? I don't know. What about back here? I honestly do not know where we're going with this. Can we try this door? No.
This place is a mess.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know you.
I am Madame Petra. Isn't it obvious?
Of course, ma'am. I should have realized.
Okay. We're just gonna walk around telling people we're Petra for a while. We already established we don't need to do anything with that puzzle. Where is this going? And no one cares if we're seen in the spotlight because, you know, we're
The
Petra.
doors were locked tight.
But all the doors out here are locked and we... Dumpsters?
The trash can was a typical metal one. There was nothing in there I could use.
Okay. Alright. No camera angle back there. There is fucking nothing. This is where George went, I think. I'm not gonna push those around. Not unless I have to. Don't know if I have to. Did I miss something in here? Nothing over here.
What's your job here?
To make sure that no one gets through the front entrance, ma'am.
I fought the urge to tell him to drop and give me 20.
Drop and give me 20 bucks.
How many men do we have on the grounds?
A double complement on the perimeter, ma'am. No one gets in or out without us knowing. Guaranteed.
If that was his idea of a guarantee, I wasn't shopping for watches locally.
I can keep bothering about security, actually.
I have some questions. Anything to report?
There was a broken down car near the front gate.
Anything suspicious?
Just some stupid French woman who probably ran out of gas.
I was going to remember this guy. Stupid French woman, indeed.
Okay, well, he's gonna fucking die.
Everything all right?
Bit nervous, ma'am. It's my first day on the job.
Just make sure no one gets in, and it won't be your last. Going blonde had brought out the mean streak in me. I rather enjoyed it.
Pencil?
You see this pencil?
Yes, ma'am.
There are 15 ways I can kill a man using this.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Would you like to see a magic trick?
I have some questions.
Ah,
The security door over there. Could anyone get through it?
No, Mom. It's the most secure there is. Oh, by the way, Mom, have you had a chance to see the security sergeant yet?
no.
No. I shall get his report in good time.
He's waiting to issue you with your security card.
Oh. Where can I find him?
He's checking the perimeter, so he's somewhere outside.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, that's what I needed. There's a guy outside who has a security card for me, somewhere. Somewhere. I imagine it's not the two guys with the dogs. They don't seem like sergeants, but maybe the guy who keeps hiking it back and forth in front of the door. Yeah, I'm gonna start with this guy.
Try and smarten up a bit. You're a mess. What are you?
I'm a mess, ma'am.
Okay. Not him. Bonk.
As you were.
Yes, ma'am.
Nope. Somewhere around here. Definitely not here. Maybe over... Maybe we have to climb over the wall like George did? Guards are going to despise Petra even more by the time Nico is done. Petra was walking around ruining our reputation. Alright, here's a man.
I am Madame Petra.
Yes, ma'am. Pleased to meet you, ma'am.
Why is your dog behind that fence?
We need to keep him from the other dogs.
Why? Do they fight?
No, he's got worms.
I'm not surprised, given the food here.
Oh, well, I hope he gets better. You.
Who are you? Come on. I haven't got all day.
Sergeant of Security, ma'am.
Aha!
I am Madame Petra. I have just arrived.
Of course, ma'am. I have a security card for you. Here you are.
Thanks.
Alright, security card. Unvalidated shit.
It was the security card that should have been given to Petra.
Okay. I don't know how to get back in now. Probably there's a door? Or maybe I have to climb back in using the car. Which is over... Yo, can I borrow the helicopter for a little while, guys? Like, I'll give it back, don't worry. Petra says give her the helicopter. Can I just walk in this door? No. Alright, I guess I have to climb back in the window.
I didn't want to go back in through there.
Oh, alright, you're picky now. This door is just not interactive at all. Nothing I do activates that door. I really hope that's not the way I'm supposed to get back in. 'Cause, that'd be bad. Also, I have no idea. Is there supposed to be a door I can use? 'Cause, Oh, okay. I'm fucking lost again. I don't think I can climb back over the wall. Well, I don't have to climb over the wall. I can just run around it. And can I just walk past you, dude? 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 Yes? Alright. Here's the door. No, that's not the door. The door's over there. Excuse me. Door. Alright. Thank you. I probably did not deserve that, but... Alright, This isn't gonna work because it's unvalidated. I know it.
Damn! The card didn't work.
Pardon me, Madame Petra, but you need to get the card validated.
Yes, yes, of course. Just checking security is watertight.
Alright, I gotta get this validated. Somewhere around here, I'm sure, is a... Here? Okay.
It was the security layout for some part of the building. I had no idea where.
Fuck with
I
it.
didn't really want to go messing with things I didn't know about.
Makes you smarter than George.
The computer was processing something. But what?
Control-Alt-Delete.
I was risking my life here dressed as Petra. The last thing I wanted to do was break something and draw attention to myself.
Sure, Petra breaks everything all the time.
The woman was hunched over a computer terminal. She was really into her work and doing a fine job of ignoring me. This card required validating. Could you do that for me? Of course, ma'am.
And she just sort of throws it to the side.
There
That's
you are.
cute.
Now please excuse me, Madame Petra. I must get on with my work. Senor Suzaro will be very upset if I don't finish this.
What you working? I'm not gonna bother her.
There was a large group of computers all whirring loudly.
I'm not gonna fuck with the IT staff. Everybody else, sure, but, Alright. Card.
After what I'd been through to get the card, I was desperate to see what lurked down below.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with IT. She's like on furry muck or some shit. If I mess with her too hard, she'll start snarking at me. Okay, Nico. Just think like a murderer.
It was an old prison cell. Damn! This must have been where Bruno was being held. I hoped I wasn't too late. The cell was locked and empty. Oh no! Someone was coming.
Is George about to catch a fire extinguisher in the face? No, he is, in the laundry room. Wait, what? Oh, we can move this. I don't know why we can move this, but I'm sure it'll be important. Vav! Wow. Vav gets your shirt, shirty. And your clean, cleany. And your shirt's cleany. And your clean shirty. And don't forget to buy double strength H. It's lowercase. That means it's working.
The
Okay.
washing machine slid sweetly onto the trolley.
Now we have a washing machine on a trolley. And I can't get past it. Ah, we walk down here, okay. Oh, are we going through this door, George?
Well, here goes.
We sure are.
Yes!
You are fucking sick, George. What's in here? I don't know, it's dark. Boxes. What's in here? I don't know, it's dark.
A modern door set into the damp basement walls. The door backed out into the basement corridors.
Okay, it's got a card reader next to it. Boxes. Boxes. I don't know why I've gone into fucking YouTube poop mode. There's this... This game, I've been playing this too long. It's been breaking my brain.
Take that, you!
Oh! Why you?
George?
Who?
It's me, Nico.
Jeez, I thought you were Petra.
Often sneak up on girls like that, do you?
Only blondes.
So it's true. They do have more fun.
Hang on to the wig and find out.
Trailer trash chic. Not really my style.
Ouch. So how come you're down here?
Did you notice the extra security? I'm guessing that Bruno must be close.
So what are we waiting for?
I did call it. I thought for sure it had to be, like, she was about to clock George 1. And to be fair, I don't think she was incorrect. Alright, can you open this door, Nico?
Hey, Nico, can you do something with this lock? I don't have anything to open it.
Where would you be without me, George?
In front of this door. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It really was.
The locker had some guards' uniforms hanging inside. Looks like green is the new black for bad guys. Well, this should help me move around more easily. Nico, could you turn your back, please?
You are joking.
I know, but it's these shorts. Not very flattering.
Oh, fine. Quickly, get it over and done with.
Alright, now we're in real stealth mode. Procure on
change.
site.
Oh, you look nice.
I bet you say that to all the guards.
What shorts, George? What fucking shorts? You weren't wearing shorts before, you aren't wearing shorts now. Do you mean your boxers? Alright, now we're dressed as a guard and Nico is dressed as Petra. There should be nowhere we can't go. Except everywhere. And we've kind of been almost everywhere, so... I don't know where we're gonna go that's...
It was the laundry that I had landed in. The aromatic effect of over 400 cheesy feet was mind-blowing.
Ugh.
Somebody in this castle had a serious washing powder fixation. My old Navy SEALs manual had a special section, assessing enemy strength utilizing captured washing powder drums. Shame I couldn't remember the equation.
I'm sorry, your old fucking what? You were not. I mean, it would explain some stuff, but no, I don't believe it, actually.
I didn't need to take any of the washing powder.
Think the writer's watch Master? God, I hope not. I don't want to draw a line between George fucking Stobart and Master Keaton. That said, I kind of wouldn't be surprised, I guess. Just... what a weird... everything. Alright, what about down here?
Right. Here goes.
Madame Petra, I wasn't informed you were back.
As you can see, I am. And this is urgent.
I ought to check with the front desk.
You are holding me up. Now, unless you want your appendages rearranging, I suggest you open the door.
Of course, ma'am. My apologies.
Alright, and George looked enough like a... looked enough like a grunt that he just got ignored. George stopped the tank of laundry. I could easily see that, actually, now that I think about it, and it hurts.
Now that wasn't quite right.
No, okay. Well, let's keep going. We got block pushing again. Okay. I'm gonna guess we need stairs to this grate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this over here. And then we have, two others? Yeah. I wonder if anybody's done retro achievements for this game. And if there's, like, anything for the innumerable block pushing puzzles. Alright, this... push 500 boxes in one puzzle. That's just called, like, a day at George's house. Alright, now we pull this over here. Has a page, but there's no achievements on it. I think that means that nobody's... like, it's set up in the API or something, but nobody's actually gone through the code and programmed achievements. Or something. I don't know how retro achievements work. I just occasionally develop a sick fascination with it. There we go.
Nico, keep quiet and come and look at this.
It's Bruno.
I don't think there's anyone in there with him.
Can we risk it?
We've got to. Hey, Bruno.
Bruno,
It's Nico.
And George.
Hey, fellas. Nice of you to drop by.
Are you okay?
Oh, sure. I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm in constant pain. I've had more electricity through me than a small town in winter. But heck, now you're here, who gives a damn?
You're so brave.
Lady, I grew up in Eastern Europe. We did torture in kindergarten.
Have you told him anything?
Everything. But the one thing Cesaro wants.
And what's that?
Who has got the key of Solomon?
But we don't know who's got it.
Exactly.
Well, it doesn't matter now. We're coming into... Shh.
That was the gatehouse. Petra has arrived at last.
I am so pleased for you.
Thank you. I find torture such a soulless task without an audience.
Oh, I know.
And she is so imaginative. Such a source of new ideas.
I appreciate that.
Yes, Bruno, I truly believe you will. And look on the bright side. When you tell us who has the key, even then we will not kill you. We need you too much. My dear girl.
Has he talked yet?
No, but I'm sure you will persuade him.
I'm going to enjoy it.
Now, Stobart and the girl. I hope you bring me good news.
I found them, but I'm afraid they got away. I'm sorry.
They have too much luck.
There is worse, Master. Let him in.
All right, boss. Not this idiot.
Forgive me, sir, but there is something you must hear. Flap, tell Senor Cesaro what you told me in Paris.
What? About that nightclub and those girls?
No. About the safe.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't, was it?
Wasn't what?
Wasn't safe?
Get on with it, Flap.
That Stobart girl. She came back to the theater. Took some documents.
What documents?
A picture of a castle in Prague.
This castle.
Very good. Give the man a cigar.
Flap.
Sorry, sir.
Wait, what is that?
Do you like it? It's my new scarf. That Stobart girl left it behind in Paris.
What is it?
You can go, Flap. Get out.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Bruno, it's your lucky day. Now I know who has the key. We do not need to put Petra to work on you.
You know? How?
The emblem on the scarf. It is the crest of the St. Stephen chapter of the Knights Templar.
I thought they had disappeared centuries ago.
Clearly not. And I know exactly where to find them. That fool Flap had the answer all along, wrapped round his thick neck.
Collard must be working for them.
So, now we must change our plans. I shall go to Paris to retrieve the key. You take Ostwald to the armillery to prepare. Give the order that all personnel are to prepare to move out.
It's time, isn't it?
Yes, my dear. It is time.
Okay. I guess that means that we're headed back to France.
The grill was screwed tight to the wall. I wasn't going to be able to pull it off with my hands.
Oh, can we unscrew it with something? Ah.
The edge of the coin was just the right size to unfasten the screws.
You can always use a quarter as a screwdriver. Always. Wow, George, subtle.
I couldn't get through the narrow gap.
George, when I first knew you, that would have been no problem.
Guess I must be carrying a little more muscle, huh?
Yeah, the fat kind.
Okay. Look, whatever I said about you in that wig, I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Phew.
Won't make you any thinner, though.
Well, it's fine. You fucking go then, if you're so skinny.
Nico?
Yes?
I don't like to ask, but...
Would I climb through the grill and open the door from the inside?
Amazing. You read my mind.
You're just so predictable, George.
First achievement of Broken Sword 2 killed. I wonder if they just took the, I imagine they're the Steam achievement list for Broken Sword Remastered. I wonder if they just copied that.
That's okay. I'm not counting.
Alright, now we go around here and through the open door. Okay, and we get to Bruno.
Nico, look!
It's some kind of map of ley lines.
See the area in the middle?
It matches the diagram in Vernon's video.
It seems to have its focus somewhere in Egypt.
So do you think that's where they've taken Bruno?
Well, I think so. The armillary must be in Egypt.
Well, that should be easy enough to find.
Sure. I mean, how big can a country be?
Just a couple of screens. Really?
Cesaro and Petra had left through some kind of passage behind that panel. There had to be a release somewhere. The panel was made of wood. I couldn't see any way of opening it. But the release mechanism had to be somewhere in the room.
Alright, secret door, secret door.
The desk was too heavy to move. And besides, we needed to find a way to follow after Bruno.
Secret door, secret door. Secret door! What's this?
Books on Egypt and Egyptian culture. It would take months to trawl through this and decipher it all. I would never be able to fit into that armor. In any case, what good would it do me if I could?
Question mark, period.
It looked like a very old map. Somewhere in England, I think. I imagined myself taking them with me, but then I thought better of it. It was a large shield with weapons mounted on the wall. The shield bore a crest I didn't recognize.
Well, there's gotta be something here somewhere.
Cesaro's desk was straight out of the Megalomaniac catalog. Aha! Look at this.
What is it?
Secret button hidden under the edge of the desk. Maybe it opens the door.
Push it.
The desk was too heavy to move.
No, the button, you dingus.
The desk was too heavy to move.
Okay.
If the world ends when I press this, then I'm sorry for all the nasty things I've ever said about you.
George, just get on with it.
Okay, sorry.
Well done, George.
Let's go and rescue Bruno.
Out of interest, what nasty things?
Oh, you know, the usual.
The usual? Go on.
No, bye. Okay, back to France, presumably. Maybe that means we get to hang out with Team Apartment again. Loading. Loading, loading, loading. Right.
Andre, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd keep Beatrice company.
Andre took me to the cinema.
What did you see, Nosferatu?
George.
Andre, we need your help.
Of course.
What do you want him to do?
That symbol on the scarf?
Yes?
Cesaro recognized it instantly.
It's the coat of arms of the St. Stephen chapter of the Templars.
My God.
What?
I always thought it was just a story.
Look, Andre, tell us what you know.
Tell us, chérie.
The St. Stephen chapter was reputed to have escaped the Inquisition by hiding in secret chambers, somewhere in Paris. No one knew where, though previously they had their base near the old church at Montfaucon.
Maybe I can find a clue in the old Templar meeting place.
What do you mean?
The Templars used to meet in secret in the catacombs there.
Of course.
There's more.
Go on.
It involves the founding of the chapter.
We don't have time for tales, Andre.
Listen, Nico, if there's one thing I've come to realize, it's that you can't have too much information. Carry on, Andre.
Yeah, that's
Thank you,
fair.
George. When the Templars were in possession of the Temple Mount in Israel, they discovered a holy relic. A young knight, Stephan, was given the task of transporting it secretly to France. He traveled north through Galilee and then headed to the coast where he boarded a ship destined for the river Po. Making his way up the Po Valley, Stephan avoided known dangers to the west by heading north to the Rheingau. Pursued into France by the forces of a treasure-hunting prince, he was forced to make a stand in the mountains of Reims. Though able to dispose of his foes, he was fatally wounded. Bravely, he continued to his destination, the Bérentoire Preceptory, handed the relic to the master of the chapter, then died. The order changed its name to Saint-Stéphane, in honor of the brave knight, and relocated to Paris.
It's like a fairy tale.
Good grief.
I'm going to head for Montfaucon to look for clues. Nico?
You go without me, George. Andre and I will see if we can work out the exact location in Egypt.
Right. Well, I'll see you soon then.
Off you go, George.
Go team apartment. All right. I think we've been here in Broken Sword 1. He mentioned the hiding place of the Templars, which is that little cave under the church, if I recall correctly. It shouldn't be too hard then. I hope.
I was back in Montfaucon Square after all these years. Beneath the cobbles lay a hidden world of ancient waterways and catacombs, some of it built by the Knights Templar as a meeting place and sanctuary. Once again, I was going to have to go down there to discover the truth.
Oh, good. Back to the Paris sewer system. Hey, it's that cafe that blew up.
On the boarded-up door was a notice. Due to local seismic events and out of concern for the safety of our patrons, we will be closed.
No,
for
wait, this isn't the one that blew
future.
up. This is the one that, that police commissioner drank at.
I didn't want the notice, and I didn't want to break into the cafe.
Alright, what else we got? At least I don't think so. This scene feels kind of like a mishmash of stuff from the first game. A bit. Can't go that way. There's scaffolding. We're gonna have to go up this eventually, I'm sure. This way leaves. Here's the fountain.
One of these days, I was going to see this fountain working. Not today, though. There wasn't a whole bunch I could do with the fountain except admire it.
And here is the truck. Here's the manhole.
Ah, the Montfaucon manhole. Happy memories. I couldn't lift a big iron cover like that with my bare hands. In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Of course.
In the open tool bag, I could see a sewer key.
Pick it up.
Hey, monsieur! Leave those fools alone!
Me? Oh, I was just admiring them.
Well, do it from further away.
Alright, we gotta distract this guy so we can get tools. Presumably we turn this off. And then we steal it. I guess? Because we don't have...
Hey, Alphonse.
There we go.
What do you think you're doing, idiot?
While the workman was looking the other way, I borrowed his sewer key. Funny, every time I get involved in saving the world, I turn into a kleptomaniac.
Yeah, imagine.
Look, Alphonse, I am tired of arguing with you. Just be sure it doesn't happen again, huh?
Sewer key.
I was an old hand with sewer keys.
Yep, if there's one thing we know, it's breaking into sewer systems. Kind of George's trademark maneuver. Can I have my hotspot back, please? Thank you.
With only the faintest shudder of déjà vu, I prepared once again to get intimate with the Parisian sewers. Come on, you piece of... I couldn't understand it. I'd once lifted this very manhole easily. Perhaps I'd let myself go.
Hey, monsieur, that's not my sewer key by any chance?
No! What do you take me for?
You just happen to carry one around with you.
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Sure. Anyway, you're wasting your time. That cover was welded down years ago, during the Sieur Jacques panic.
Great. If I wanted to shift that cover, it'd take something a whole bunch stronger than me.
They welded the sewer closed? It's a dark day for humanity. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna stop for now. My throat's not at its best tonight, so I'm gonna give it a rest. That said, I will be back tomorrow for more of this. And, I hope you had a good night. But, yeah, my throat's just feeling a little rough, and I don't want to, agitate it too much. Let me just check Twitch for anyone. Nah, nobody I want to raid. Alright. Well, good night, everybody. Have a good time. I will see you tomorrow.